Hi, I'm Jennifer Branch. Today I'm going to do a paper review on Saunders Waterford paper. I've been playing with it, painting on it for a couple months, so I've had a chance to see its positives and its negatives. I'm using Saunders Waterford rough press paper. So rough press, I haven't tried the cold press, I haven't tried a hot press, 140-pound paper, which is the same as 300 GSM. And that is the lowest weight paper I recommend going to. So let's get started. So I love using blocks because everything's glued here. I don't have to do any kind of stretching or anything. It's all done for me. Remember, this is rough press paper, so this is the part that really matters. And let's go just a little bit more and let that squiggle out. Now I'm going to show you a smoother wash. Leave that in. And mix in a little wing rust. So those are going to show some definite changes. All right, and for the last one, let me do ultramarine blue again. And I want you to see the fat, then that. Now I'm going to use some nickel azo yellow to do my favorite. Let's do a little tiny tree. Okay, so this is dried and I have two different papers. This is the Saunders Waterford and this is Arch Rough Press. Same size, everything. Notice that the Saunders Waterford paper is a little bit more yellow than the Arch paper. That's fine. You know, some paintings you might want one, some paintings you might want another. These are two excellent papers and I want to emphasize that. They are fabulous papers. They will do anything you want them to do. It's the nuances that are going to make you prefer one over the other. And I highly recommend trying both because you don't know what you're going to like until you try it. So you see how this is, it develops beautifully here, beautifully. You can see this regular pattern that, like I said, it's more suited for cities. Okay, so here's an extreme color combination with phthalo blue and cadmium red and nickel azo yellow. So I'm going to go through that and changing to clean water. Blotting. So if I'm trying to scrub that off and get everything off of it, then it's hard. It's phthalo blue. It's going to be hard. These are all phthalo blue. Anything that you mix with it is a very staining color. So let me try the same with the ultramarine blue and quinacridone and rust. And then always make sure that you turn it. So that does a little bit better. I'm going to try even one more. That does a little bit better there. Okay, I could see that I could get something back. And obviously you're not going to just hack at it. You're going to have certain areas where maybe you want a fog effect and the mist, and obviously you want to think about your colors beforehand and use some non-staining colors. Okay, so here's the same thing on the Arch. And so slightly better, very slightly. That one's a subtle difference. And clearly that will come up almost all the way. So you notice this more subtly when you're painting and going to just pull out like a leaf somewhere or something like that. And this definitely has a heavier, the Arch has a heavier sizing than the Saunders Waterford. so it's going to be harder to rework things on the Saunders Waterford. That's a minor difference, but it might be very important for beginners when they're not planning ahead and you want to change something. To me, the difference that means that I'm probably not going to use this until I finish it off, of course, is this texture is just, it's too regular. This is much more uneven and much more pleasant to paint what I typically paint, which usually is fewer city scenes than natural scenes. So I want the more irregular texture. If I did more buildings, this might be still a possibility. I still think I would stick with this. The Saunders Waterford paper is great paper. I recommend it. It's good. I am still going to stick with the Arches paper for most of my paintings. It just suits my painting style better. So that's really what it comes down to, is which of these is going to suit your painting style better. The Arches suits my painting style better, but I don't know what's going to suit you better because everyone is going to paint differently. The reasons are I like being able to pull things up more because I do a fair amount of reworking in mine sometimes, and you just never know when it's going to be a fog scene. And I could work with that. It's the regular texture that I don't like as much for how I paint. So this is my style. You know what your style is. Make sure that it's 140 pound, 300 GSM, and make sure that it's 100% cotton, unless you're trying like one of the cool Bristol boards or something like that, where whole nother story. So those are the two things that you need to check, is the weight of the paper and that it's 100% cotton. And once you have that, it will be easy to paint on whatever it is. The paper is not holding you back at that point. So if you want more reviews on brushes, paper, all the rest of it, please visit my website, paintingwatercolor.com. I have a lot more information there. Happy painting.